We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Great.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. Pretty nice effort.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. George Pickens, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, Penix. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jamison Williams, 65 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing is Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Colts had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Another extra point opportunity here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Penix. He's got the Michigan man posting Loveland.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now Penix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Now this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Robinson up the middle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this Bronco defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that.
Wide open receiver complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds Pickens over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hurts. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Now a 2nd and 2. It was a short one caught by Loveland. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And looking to throw, Penix. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here we go, set. 65.
Looking to throw, Penix. They'll get this out to Jeanty. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. To the left side, he's got his tight end, Loveland. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass caught right side by Loveland. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the side,
and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw.
Looking for Garber again, and he's got him once more.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's out wide here for Robinson.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Right side to Williams. There he goes again. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jamison Williams, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Good, set.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Pass to the sideline. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, that was a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
This is caught. Touchdown, Colts.
Chris Godwin,
23 yards for the touchdown.
and the Colts get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To the air, Penix. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the Broncos, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Denver.
A play fake. Now Penix.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
That is Josh Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Pulled in at the 24. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Good, set. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a screen for Robinson.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
No touch.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Bijan Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fitzgerald now for the extra point.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Broncos 42, Colts 31. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Operating from the gun, Penix. He's airing it out for Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jamison Williams, 44 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A short one there to Freiermuth. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Hard throw, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Once again, it's Genty. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips and bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Penix. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll get this out to Genty. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ashton Genty with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Okay, ready? Cut that team! Cut that team! Set! Buffalo 18! Set!
And looking to throw, Penix. That's taken in by Palmer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll throw with Penix. To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
70 range, 70 range. Let's go now. 18, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63, Colts 31. Cam Little to kick off.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A short one there to Freiermuth. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
That's another Colts.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.